Hey, how you doing? Adam here. I think I should say first before anything, if you can't tell by, well, I guess the snow wouldn't be so much of an indicator of the temperature, other than the fact that it's below freezing, but it is absolutely frigid out tonight. And being that I'm in the garage with no heat, that kind of makes it worse. I do have a blanket, but it would be nice to sort of have a space heater down there. Maybe I'll actually no this because if I have just a space heater running like 24/7, that can get pretty expensive on the electric bill. Yeah, there was a couple things I wanted to talk about tonight. First of them being, and this is actually one of those topics where it's like I'm a little bit sort of apprehensive about talking about it because I never like to just appear that I'm sort of like whining online, because that can be. So I just feel like it's in poor taste sometimes, but I do. This is literally what my channel is about, or I don't know if it's specifically about. I don't know if my channel specifically is about not having a girlfriend. I don't think it is actually. I think it's more. I'm talking about my main channel, by the way. I think it's more about just my isolation. Yeah, but the thing that I wanted to talk about with regard to that tonight was just the fact that I don't even think I could have a girlfriend. Like, the more I think about it, the more I realize that there are sort of certain mental blocks I think that I have that would require a lot of, like mental work, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. Just me getting over certain things that I have going on with me. One of them being the fact that I'm just so uncomfortable in my own skin, just like my body, and I don't think I would ever feel comfortable being undressed, even just without a shirt off, let alone completely naked in front of somebody. I don't think I could ever bring myself to do that. And so that to me is a pretty big sort of hindrance on my I don't think I could ever do it. I mean, I'm not saying that I eventually couldn't sort of like get over all of this stuff, but as of right now, I don't know if this is too dark. The other video I shot a couple nights ago was way too dark. As of right now, I don't think I could ever do that, which would, I assume, the whole ideas of having, well, I don't know. See, and that's another thing is like, I find myself when I talk about this subject, or just like the subject of, see, I can't even bring myself to say the word sex. When I talk about that subject, it's like, I said it in the first video that I made on my channel, like, my mouth feels like it's fighting against me as the words are coming out of my mouth. And I think whatever that subconscious block is preventing me from saying those words it's probably also the same subconscious block that is preventing me from pursuing these things, or even doing anything sort of like adult, like, well, I guess, see, yeah, here's the problem with tonight, is that I decided that I wanted to try something different, which was to sort of write notes about what I wanted to talk about. So I have my phone with me, and I have a bunch of notes that I wrote, but it's a real challenge to sort of reach into your pocket while also talking to the camera at the same time, and like trying to keep focus on the thing that you're saying, but also reading off of the phone the thing that you wanted to talk about. Yeah, so I have mental blocks, but it's also not the fact that I just have mental blocks, as it is just like, I mean, the whole idea of people being together, or just like the idea of being in a relationship, just when I imagine myself in one, the idea just seems so like unreal, like fantastical, like it's not so much that it feels out of reach, because I can logically deduce that there's probably nothing wrong with me, like, there should be no reason why I shouldn't be able to have these things, but just emotionally, just the feeling in my gut is like, I don't know that I want to say that it's like, not like confidence in myself, or like, it's just that it's like, the concept, it just seems so like unreal. Like, people do that. Like, people are in relationships. People hold hands with each other, and like, they people kiss each other. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling embarrassed talking about this again because of the mental blocks, but it's just the concept seems so unreal to me, and I think that's another thing sort of contributing to and I don't know, it's like, because your brain, it's like, the way your mind works is so weird, and this is just my guess, based on the things that I've seen about how these sorts of things work, is that, sometimes there are people that, they can't move their arm, or I think they call it like alien hand syndrome or something, or like sometimes when people are paralyzed, it's not alien hand syndrome, it's when people are paralyzed. Sometimes, like, if you ask them to move their arm, they won't be able to move it, but they won't think it's because they have lost the nerve connection to their arm, they'll say to the doctor, like, no, I just don't feel like moving it, or something like that, and it's the brain's way. I don't know what it is like. I don't know, what the brain is actually doing there. But it seems to me to be the same sort of thing that my brain is doing to my ability to, socialize. It's like, not only do I am I by myself all the time, it's just some part of my brain that tries to make me feel like it's not that big of a deal, or it's like, oh, well, it's so unreal anyway, it's like, why would you even try when it's not even like a real reality, it's so like fantastical. It's such like a magical thing that's not really, like, it feels like it only happens in movies, And sometimes I think to myself, and this is probably, again, one of those brain rationalization things, like, that, I don't actually want a relationship with anybody. It's more that I've just been culturally conditioned to want those things, and that, like, if I never knew about any of it, like, if I lived in Plato's cave or whatever, I was just watching shadows on the wall my entire life, never knew about it, like, the thought would never occur to me, or, maybe I would have some biological impulse at some point to, like, oh, I gotta reproduce, but, the idea of, like, pursuing a relationship or anything like that, that's just some made up thing that, it's like Rice Krispies treats or something, like, you would never find a Rice Krispies treat in nature. It's just some made up thing, something that our culture made up, and that my desire for it is just, it's based off of some, like, brute primordial desire to reproduce, but it's not actually the Rice Krispie treat that I want. It's just some other thing. And I was thinking, like, could it possibly be that, because, I mean, my situation isn't all that uncommon, but could it possibly be that the way that men and women are relating to each other, like the way that we're sort of interacting with each other, is changing from, like, it's just breaking down, and so all we're left with is sort of the primordial impulse, and we don't know how to culturally frame anything anymore, so that's why we're sort of like, we have no idea what the hell is going on. And yeah, I mean, for me, there are other things from my past that, like, I'm not certain how much they're still influencing, like, or if they even have an influence on my current state. Like, I remember one time, I got caught watching a porn video by my mom. But the thing is, like, I remember her telling me after watching that, and I have no idea why she told me this. She said to me, and I think I was like 13 or something, maybe a little bit younger, maybe like 10 or 11 or something, somewhere in that sort of preteen age range. I remember her saying to me, "You can't ever do that with a girl." She didn't say, like, wait till you're a little older. She said, you can't ever do that with a girl. And like, I wonder if I didn't internalize that message to some degree, or something like that is still affecting me. And I mean, there's other sort of memories I have from none that I can remember in this moment right now. My battery's running low. I don't know how much longer this is going to last. But yeah, it's like the only thing I want is I just want to not be alone anymore. I just want to have fun at some point in my life, and hang out with somebody, hang out with a girl. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I don't think this battery's going to last much longer. Yeah, I've discovered that it's a mistake to write notes beforehand, that it's better just to come out here without a plan and just talk to the friggin' thing, because I get too distracted trying to look at my notes on the phone, because it's too much to look at notes and hold the camera at the same time. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. That's enough for now. That's enough for right now. That's enough. Thanks. I can't even see. That's what cheat days do to me. I can't even talk. All right, goodbye.